Hi friends, my name is Jake. Welcome to Canadian Cutting Edge. I've got some more knives today from White via White Mountain Knives. Yeah, I had to pay some duty on this package, $27.13. So $17.13 in taxes, and then $10 for them to collect that tax. That's a tax grab. Sometimes our government is just greedy, but you know, of course, that $10 all goes to CBSA. You know, those guys who like to confiscate legal knives. Yeah, those guys. So not only do they like to confiscate legal knives, they like to tax us to death as well. Anyhow, if you do have knives confiscated by them, they do give you a chance to ship them back. So don't forget that. It's not cheap to ship them back, but if you've got expensive knives that they've got hold, you know, that they've told you that aren't allowed to come into Canada, you can't fight them. If you try to appeal it, it will not work. I guarantee it will not work. It has never worked for a regular citizen to appeal a knife decision to CBSA. What has happened a lot of times is CBSA, you know, people appeal it. It goes to the International Trade Tribunal or whatever it's called. Those are the people who decide if CBSA followed the rules or not. Not a judge. Nothing like that. Nobody in the judiciary. It's just another government agency says, did CBSA follow the rules or not? And they always say yes. And then CBSA makes the rules even stricter. It's exactly how the latest 3 times when they came up with new memos to, you know, the most recent one to basically ban flippers, that all came through appeals. It didn't come from the knife law. Knife laws in Canada haven't changed since the mid-1980s. A lot of you guys weren't even born in the mid-1980s. That's the last time Canadian knife law changed. So these are not new laws that are coming through. They are policies that CBSA has decided on. Who runs the government? I think this guy named Justin. This guy who hates guns, who hates knives. That's the guy who's to blame for all of these decisions. Think about that when the next election comes around. Anyhow, for everybody else other than my Canadians, my rant is over. Let's open this box and see what's inside. I don't remember if I've posted the video about this. This is the new Knauf Salander, you know, Peterson's company. It's actually pretty good. It's a pretty nice knife. I'd prefer, you know, a good stainless steel over D2. I like D2 as a good steel. Just on pocket knives, I prefer stainless steel. But, hey, I used to only have carbon steel knives. You know, back when I was young, stainless steel knives were a extreme luxury. You know, I'm not that terribly old, but, you know, they were. Yeah, I just like stainless steel better these days, that's all. Because there's a really good stainless steel out there that doesn't cost an awful lot. But this knife, this is a really good Canadian knife. You know, there ain't nobody who's going to be able to say this thing's not legal. Like, that's just, it fills all the rules and then some by a wide margin. And it's not scary either. So let's take these things out of here. Get this stuff out of my way. These are those starch ones. This is not styrofoam, it's those starch things. We've got something from Ganzo. Now, I used to review some of these a while back, and I haven't done so for years. So I got another one to show you guys. And we got another Ganzo, and we got CJRB. So let's do Ganzo, CJRB, Ganzo, right? Yeah, let's try it that way. What do we got right here? This is the G6804. Wait a minute. I already got one of these. This one's green. I just recorded an unboxing. That's pretty stiff. Well, I guess I got 2 of them. I'm known for this mistake. I make this mistake every once in a while. I buy a knife, and before it arrives, you know, because this took over a month to get to me, you know, because CBSA is slow in processing things, and I forgot, and then I ordered another one. So yeah, I've got this in that sort of blue-gray kind of color. Oh, is it right here? It's right here. Nope. This is the G603. And then this is the G604. So let me see if I can show you the difference between these two quickly. See, the handle shape is different. The 603 is a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger this way. They're the same thickness. They got the same clip. The clip on the 04 is closer to the end. It actually sticks out past the end. Blade shape similar on the two of them. They're both stonewash. Let's check out how long the cutting edge is. Yeah, the cutting edge on the 03 is a little bit longer than the 04, but this is still over 3 inches. So they're both over 3 inches. They are phosphor bronze washer knives, and kind of nice. Kind of nice. So I got this in a couple colors. And this was from a different video. And actually I ordered another one of these. This one's got a problem. And so I ordered another one to see if it's going to have the same problem or not. Jimping here on the spine. Thumb stud. Love the stonewash in there. Lock up solid. And line up, yeah, blade alignment's perfect. And I'll be able to put some nice lubrication in there. And of course, being phosphor bronze, it will wear in and get smoother and smoother with time. And when it wears out, you can replace it with new washers. Most of these newfangled knives that have ball bearings, what do you do when the ball bearings fail or wear out or, wear into the liners and create a problem? At least on the lower cost knives, that does happen. So what do you do then? Next, J1917. There we go. I think this is the RIA. Isn't this the RIA? I didn't review the... Did I review the RIA? Anyways, there's some small knives. So there's... And, yeah, I think I reviewed this already. And I sold it. Then I saw it with Micarta. And I'm a big fan of thumb stud knives. So I decided I was going to order this. Because thumb stud knives, as you can clearly see... This is inspected by CBSA. There it is. Inspected by CBSA. And thumb stud knives pass the inspection. That's not a problem. Flipper knives, often fail. So I ordered this, the way I wanted it. And because I like Micarta. I'm a big fan of it. I'm probably going to dye this a purple, like a really dark purple. Or, yeah, probably a dark purple. I think I'm going to dye this. Full flat grind. AR RPM 9 steel. I like small knives, especially as my secondary knife. Or if I'm in a scenario where people, get scared of knives a lot. And this is a right side only knife. There's no stud on the left side. I grew up left-handed. But... because I had 3 older brothers and 1 older sister, they were all right-handed. My family was poor. All the hand-me-downs like hockey sticks, baseball gloves, even the baseball bats, they were all right-handed. And so, that was a joke, by the way. So I learned how to do stuff right-handed. So, yeah, I'm pretty good at it. 1917, right there. And this last thing, this Ganzo, this is a multi-tool. There's a set of bits included. This is model G302-B. The 3G02H used to be, my favorite one of these. I think I gave it to a nephew of mine. And so I don't have it anymore. And I wanted to show you guys options instead of spending loads of money on a Leatherman or, what have you, those other brands. Those can be good. I don't really mind them. Sometimes you can just get away with something that costs a little bit less. And here's a set of bits. Now, of course, you can swap these out for any bits that you want. It's a standard bit size. I think that's a 1/4 inch hex bit. And so we've got 5 Allen, 3 flat, and 3 Phillips. Of course, here in Canada, I'm going to put some Robertsons in there. Those are the square head ones. And, you know, put in what I want to carry in there. And it's a little bit oily here, but what we got is sort of a classic style. You know, there's the pliers. You've got cut-off blades that are replaceable. So hardened steel blades that are replaceable. How many times have you had those, you know, blades get all chewed up, and what do you do then? You know, your Leatherman's kaput in that area. You know, these are replaceable. Now, a lot of the more expensive ones, they've got replaceable blades there as well. So it's not like this is something that's totally unique to Ganzo, because it's not. This one even says special edition G302-B. I think the B's for black. They also come in a satin version. Let me close this back up again, because what we have here is a saw, very sharp. It's a little short to be useful, but you could have some use out of it. They thin the spine out like crazy, so it's not going to bind, and it locks. There's the lock release right there. You pull it back, and you can close it back up, so you got a lock release. That's nice. And a standard serrated blade, 440C steel. Most multi-tools have got really cheap, soft steel for their blades. 440C is a good budget steel. And again, it locks. So pull that back up. Let me see. Did I do this right? It's a little sticky in it because it's brand new. There we go. Yeah, it's a little sticky. You just have to do it just right. There you go. I just have to... it's a fixed bar all the way across, so you can pull both sides to disengage the lock. On the other side here, there's an awl. Whoop. And it's not too hard to take out. It's also got a bit of a blade on it. There's a hole in that awl so that you can use it for sewing. Of course, you've got a cutting edge there as well. Quite nice. Close that up. And finally, there's your driver right there. And let's pull this out. Well, it's not finally. I've got the other side to do yet too. So that goes in there. You can use that as a bottle opener right there. But, you know, that goes in. And then, of course, you put in whatever bit you want. And you can use it like this if you want some torque to turn. Of course, you can close it and use it that way. It's actually a very good driver. There's a little bit of play in there. Not a lot, really, but that's another option. And it locks in place as well. So that's kind of nice. What do we have on this side? Well, let's take a look, see what we got to start off with. We've got scissors, and they also lock in place. And if I remember correctly, these are also 440C. Cut, cut, cut. Nice, you know, just well made. Get that out of the way. Oh, I forgot. You have to leave it in the open position to put it away. This is a tiny little pry kind of tool. You know, you need to get in something small. You can make it a little sharper on the tip if you need to. But there you go. And on the other side is the bottle opener, or can opener, I should say. It's got a sharpened blade, and of course you can sharpen it more after get that anodization off, make it a little sharper. Wire cutter right here. And finally, a penknife type blade. Again, that's 440C. And yeah, it's somewhat sharp. It's not crazy sharp. Of course, you can sharpen that all that you want. Lots of texture here for grip. There you go. Oh, in a proper, nice Cordura sheath. You've got your loop here for your belt, or you can use the loops that go the other way. So you can set it up on a molly system, whatever you want. You know, nice brass button by Ganzo. If you can find the G302H, it's without the black anodization. I'd actually prefer that one, but I couldn't find that one. And all these things at White Mountain Knives, check out below, save your 10% with coupon code CCE. And remember, friends, always cut towards your chum, not your thumb. Bye for now.